Rim Country News brought to you by Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. Same stop, different horses since 1916. And by Terlucas and Brandt CPA PLLC, with a long history of providing quality CPA services right here in Rim Country. On this Monday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, for Tano TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson with your Rim Country News headlines. Well, a recent study has found that rapidly growing communities near forests and wooded areas in the West also happen to be in newly identified, quote, double hazard zones for wildfires. That's shedding more light on why wildfires in the past several years have been so destructive and how to slow that trend. Well, their research identified 18 double hazard zones, mainly concentrated in eastern Oregon, Nevada's Great Basin, California's southern Nevadas, and, you guessed it, right here in central Arizona's muggy-owned Rim Country. Well, sizable zones were also identified in Colorado and Texas. The findings, published this week in the journal Nature, Ecology, and Evolution, come on the heels of the federal government announcing a 10-year, $50 billion investment in controlled burning, vegetation thinning, and other efforts to tame the increasing threat of wildfires to communities in 11 western states. The researchers penned an article on theconversation.com explaining how they compared their map of where vegetation is creating the highest fire risks across the western U.S. with maps of where people have been moving into the region's wildland-urban interface. That interface is where populations live on the periphery of undeveloped wilderness. Now, between 1990 and 2010, an estimated 1.5 million people moved into the high-hazard areas of the wildland-urban interface, which is 50% faster than the West wildland-urban interface overall, according to that study. A Deseret News analysis of wildfire data on federal lands found that over the past 5 years, more than 113,000 wildfires charred over 30 million acres in the western U.S. The data also showed that people ignite the vast majority of those fires. Well, in other news, Payson police are asking for your help regarding that story that we shared with you last week about that Yavapai Apache police officer Brogdon who was shot in the line of duty. Sheriff David Rhodes said, quote, "The Brogdons are dealing with enough right now, so if we as a community can take at least one thing off their plate, well, we want to do that for them." In response to the February 9th shooting of Yavapai Apache Sergeant Preston Brogdon, the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office, well, they're starting to coordinate a community support campaign to raise money for the Brogdon family during this difficult time. Sergeant Brogdon is a Marine Corps veteran who has been with the Yavapai Apache Police Department for 5 years. He's also the husband and father of 4 young children. He's currently listed in critical but stable condition with several more surgeries ahead of him after sustaining a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Now, if you would like to make a donation, all checks must be made out to YCSO Employee Fund with Benevolence Fund in honor of Officer Brogdon written on the memo line. These funds can be mailed to or brought to the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office headquarters at 255 East Gurley Street, Prescott, Arizona 86301, or their Camp Verde Patrol Office at 2830 North Commonwealth Drive, Camp Verde, Arizona 86322. And finally, the Tano Apache Gym was once again the scene of a big gun show and sale over the weekend. K-Rim's Richard Kerr was on the scene and spoke with organizer Kerry Ketchum. He's a spokesperson for the Firearms Gun Show in Payson, and that was taking place over the weekend, and also their twice annual gun shows. And a whole lot of people showed up. Kerry says they do these shows all over the state.
Arizona Collectibles and Firearms puts on and promotes gun shows, antiques, collectibles shows all over the state of Arizona. We're here in Payson today to just celebrate our Second Amendment rights, or the right to carry. We have a beautiful show here today. It's a little something for everyone. We have jewelry, we have concealed purses, we have targets, we have antiques, collectibles to brand new, full warranty, ammunition. We just enjoy traveling and meeting people, like-minded enthusiasts.
Ketchum says they have a lot of devoted independent sellers providing a wide range of local merchandise at these sales.
Well, there's probably about 45 vendors, but we have about 106 tables of merchandise, and they're all independent. They rent a space and put their wares out, and we just really have a good family show here. We have great concessions, just a little something for everyone.
And Ketchum says they do these shows all over the state, but the past couple of years have been a challenge.
With this COVID that we've all gone through, we had quite a few shows that were canceled last minute. Things are starting to open up a little bit, and we're just happy to get back out here and really enjoy our Second Amendment rights.
Well, coming up in Rim Country weather, an approaching storm system will bring strong gusty winds to much of northern Arizona on Tuesday. Rain and snow showers are then expected to develop late Tuesday into much of the day Wednesday. And we'll let you know what you can expect where you live coming up next. You're watching Rim Country News.
Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination. Jake's started out as an Arizona stage stop way back in 1916, and folks have been stopping here ever since. Jake's also has been famous as a popular stopping spot for travelers headed to Rim Country or Roosevelt Lake. But as more people discover this historic stop, more and more, it becomes the destination. It was even featured in the 2008 movie Jake's Corner and later featured at the Sedona Film Festival. Ice-cold beers from the tap, imported or specialty beers, a generously stocked full bar, and great food that keeps you wanting to come back again and again. Enjoy a game of pool inside or step out and enjoy the covered patio and outdoor bar with live entertainment and much more. We hope to see you soon at one of the most historic stopping spots in Arizona, Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination.
Hi, I'm Michael Dowling with the Old County Inn and Pinewood Tavern. So we've been using Terlucas and Brandt probably for the last 4 years. They've been really awesome to work with, Amy and Marguerite. They do everything now from pretty much all of our payroll needs, pay all of our taxes. They even help us on Fridays to pick up our checks, which is great since they're local. But I pretty much use them for everything. They've been awesome to work with, and they take off all the things I don't have to worry about as far as taxes go, so I can concentrate on my business. But as for now, they're pretty much doing all of my personal taxes, all of our payroll needs, all of our business taxes, and very affordable and just awesome to work with, and they're local. So we really appreciate them, and they've been a great partner with us so far.
Well, taking a look now at your Rim Country 7-day weather forecast. Well, another day of warm, dry conditions is expected today, with the ridge over the Pacific still in control. It all changes, though, later today when heights begin to fall as that ridge begins to degrade from an approaching storm system. Now, some breezy southwest winds are expected today as a weak shortwave passes through the region, but nothing of concern as of yet. The main player in the weather for the upcoming week is a trough over the Pacific Northwest, and that is going to begin to dive south late today. Now, the latest deterministic guidance has the low tracking slightly further west than in previous runs, with it now becoming a closed low near the Sierra Nevada mountains. Strong gusty winds are likely to occur during the day on Tuesday as a result. Thus, a wind advisory is now in effect from 8 a.m. tomorrow morning until 8 o'clock Tuesday evening for much of northern and central Arizona. The strongest winds are expected to occur during the afternoon Tuesday. That'll mainly be along and downwind or north of the Mogollon Rim, where peak gusts of up to 50 knots will be possible. Additionally, with the southwesterly flow, moisture is advected into northern Arizona, with areas of rain and snow showers developing over the western zones late Tuesday evening. Now, showers will spread from west to east across our region through the overnight hours and into the day Wednesday. As that low departs into the east, into New Mexico, shower activity will begin to dwindle from the west to east, with the activity diminishing by around midnight Thursday. With fairly limited moisture with that system, it looks like precipitation amounts, they're expected to be on the light side. Now, for much of rim country, only a few hundredths of an inch of liquid precipitation is forecast, with a 1/10 to a 1/20th of an inch possible over the higher elevations. Consequently, snowfall amounts will generally be less than an inch, if any, for elevations between 4,500 feet and 7,000 feet. In the high terrain above 7,000 feet, 1 to 3 inches of snow is possible, particularly along the eastern Mogollon Rim and over into the White Mountains. Now, in the wake of the low, a short wave is expected to propagate through Arizona on Thursday, keeping breezy and cool temperatures in the forecast. Now, given the track of this system and the fact that it's a bit further east, dry conditions are expected given poor moisture availability with that system. So looking a little bit further down the road, from Friday onward, ensemble guidance from the GEFS, EPS, and CMCE indicate a return of the ridge over the Pacific. Thus, a return of warmer temperatures and continued dry conditions is expected into the weekend. However, guidance does signal towards this being a brief return, with another system potentially early next week, though uncertainty remains fairly high this far out. Meanwhile, highs and lows around rim country today, well, they should be looking something like this. Now, today in Payson, you can expect sunny skies with just a few light breezes and a high near 66. Tonight, it'll be mostly clear and still just a little breezy with a low around 37. Now, a little different up on top of the rim at Forest Lakes. It's going to be a bit windier up there today, with winds today and tonight gusting to around 20 miles an hour, maybe even a little bit more than that tonight. Now, the highs up there today should be right around 58 degrees. The low up on top of the rim tonight dipping down to about 31, and once again, with those winds, it's going to feel a lot colder. Well, down south here in Tonto Basin, not all that windy down here today, with winds really only expected to be around 5 miles an hour this afternoon. The high in the basin today should be near 76 degrees, with a mild low down here tonight dropping to about 44. And that's what's happening around rim country. For Tonto TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great Valentine's Day.